Building back trust after betrayal can be an uphill battle. On today's case, Mr. Jefferson says he's been climbing for far too long. He says his wife is a liar, a thief, and a cheater who has betrayed not only him, but also members of her own family. Mr. Jefferson is tired of being blindsided by his wife's shady behavior. And he says unless she makes a change, he is ready to sign the divorce papers today. Let's hear their case.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Starr presiding. Your Honor, this is the case of Jefferson versus Daniels.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jefferson, Ms. Daniels. Mr. Jefferson, you're in court today because you say your wife is a cheater, a liar, and you no longer trust her. You say you are done with the marriage and are ready to sign divorce papers.
Yes, Your Honor.
And Ms. Daniels, you say you don't want to lose your husband, but you feel like you've been in this marriage all by yourself. You say there is no intimacy, and Mr. Jefferson doesn't spend quality time with you. You want to save your marriage, but you say your husband needs to make a change also.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so Mr. Jefferson, Ms. Daniels, you've been together for 11 years, married for 3 years, and you have a 4-year-old daughter together. Am I correct?
Yes,
Correct.
yes, Your
So
Honor.
this actually has some ramifications on whether or not this family is going to break up. Mr. Jefferson, tell me why we're in court today.
Yes, Your Honor. The woman that I've been spending my life with, I thought she was gonna be the woman that I was gonna be with for the rest of my life. But it turns out that's not the case because she is a liar, she's a cheater, and she's a woman who just can't be trusted. So today I have here my divorce papers and we'll see what happens from there.
Wow, Mr. Jefferson has just come in and made some pretty serious accusations, Ms. Daniels. What do you say?
Well, I'm here today in court, Your Honor, because I'm torn. Half of me wants to save the marriage because I have come from a background of toxic, broken relationships, and I don't want to continue that same situation throughout the future with my child. I do want to break generational curses, but at the same time, I'm not the only one that's cheated. I'm not the only one that has done things that betray trust, and I'm just getting fed up. I don't know what to do at this point.
So let's see if we can't figure it out together. Mr. Jefferson, you met your wife a while ago. Tell me a little bit about the meeting and what got us to the point we're here at divorce court today.
Okay, so it all started off in high school. We both went to high school together. It was my sophomore year, and she was flirting with me, and I was just like, okay, cool. But we decided to go our separate ways. So as she was trying to flirt with me, I'm just like, if she would flirt with me in high school at a young age, what make me think that she won't do it right now, which she has.
How did we get to here? Because I can't imagine that we are in divorce court with Ms. Daniels talking about something that happened way back in school. So get me to present. What in the heck is happening?
Okay, so just recently I saw text messages in her phone, and the text messages went along the lines of her meeting up with another man.
Really?
Yeah, they were supposed to go to a rooftop together, and she actually invited this guy out. Like, she was the one trying to actually go out with him.
So initiator.
Exactly, that's fair to say. And when she initiated that, I so happened to get a glimpse of the text messages. So I saw the text messages.
But can I say,
Wait 1 minute, I would like to hear what the allegation is.
And when I saw the text messages, I'm like, oh yeah, so y'all gonna be linking up at 6 at this rooftop that y'all supposed to be going to, this romantic thing? And I'm just like, okay, and I was mad about it, like I was angry about it, and I was like, I ain't know what to do. So I could have flipped out, but I was just like, all right, I'm gonna play it cool. So she always say that I don't spend time with her and romance her enough, so I told her, I say, hey, I got reservations for you at the rooftop at 6 p.m. Same place she's supposed to be meeting this guy.
That was slick.
And now this is me giving her an opportunity to come clean, because it's such a coincidence. I want to take you out when you finna go out with this person,
to the same
your friend.
location, right?
Right, exactly. So that's what that was when I saw that, and she didn't come clean. She was straight lying in my face.
What happened after that?
She said, okay, but then the time started rolling around.
I don't see how it was lying
the time
to
rolling
her.
around when it was 6 o'clock and we was actually supposed to go. Now she making up all type of excuses as to why she can't go anymore. Her number one excuse was, oh, because we have our kid with us. We can't go because we ain't gonna be able to have fun. We got our kid. I called the babysitter. I got the babysitter. What's up? You still wanna go? No, it's too cold outside now. Then she go texting to do it. I think she went in the living room, she started texting. I ain't know what she was texting. This is me thinking. She canceling her plans with old dude. I know that's what it was, because after that, she was mad. She ain't say nothing to me. She ain't do nothing. And she was just angry. And I was just like, what you mad for? You know, I was just trying to take you out because you say I ain't take you out.
Tag, you're it, Miss Daniels. What happened? Did you get caught trying to slip and slide and go out with somebody else?
So the whole situation was, it's funny that he brings this up because I told him who I was going out with. He knew that was my coworker. I don't have to lie. There's no point in me lying about anything. And even so, I don't have to tell him.
That's a lie, Courtney.
Okay,
you know that.
well,
You know that's a lie.
Well, let me finish talking because you finished. Right, you finished your.
Let Ms. Daniels finish her statement.
So, like I was saying, I told him beforehand I was going out with friends. He always goes out with people. He never tells me where he's going.
Ms. Daniels, let's cut to the chase because I know how to ask very direct questions. On this specific occasion, did you have plans to go to this rooftop area at 6 p.m. with somebody else? Did you have those plans?
No.
He did not see these text messages?
No, he did not go through my phone. The interesting thing is Dorian had a lock on all of his apps on his phone. He never had a lock on his phone.
So why is Mr. Jefferson making this up? What would be his motivation to make up a story, to come to me and to state that in court? What would be his motivation?
Honestly, our relationship has been rocky for the last few months. Like I said, I've been telling him I've been wanting to be with him, spend time with him, but he pushes me away. I told him specifically in one of our conversations that if you don't want to spend time with me, if you don't want us to be together, that's fine. I can make time for other people. I can do, you know, have friends on the outside. That doesn't mean I'm sleeping around. That doesn't mean I have to only have female friends. I can have male friends because he has female friends as well. So in the whole aspect of the situation, I told him, yeah, if I want to hang out with people, that's the case. But I never have to lie about anything that I'm doing. I've never been that type of person.
I saw text messages of her actually inviting another man over.
I don't think that it's inappropriate to have a female friend or a guy friend.
We ain't talking about having no guy friends. I don't know no guy friends.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Excuse me. No husband is going to be interested in his wife having miscellaneous men up in his house. Period. Clearly for Mr. Jefferson to have in his mind that you're cheating, something occurred.
I think it's his guilt eating him up because
you've been intimating that. You say you think he's the one that's been cheating.
Well, he physically told me he had sex with somebody when he went out of town. And I've never had sex with anybody. Yeah, he may have seen text messages. He may have seen things that may insinuate that that was the case. But no, he was the one who confided in me, hey, you know what, I had sex with somebody. So I feel like now all this anger and guilt is built up, and now he's trying to reflect and put that on me.
You mean deflect?
Deflect and put it on me. And yeah.
So, Mr. Jefferson, you had an affair?
I had an affair. And let me tell you why I had an affair, Your Honor.
But it's okay for him to have the affair, but you done it for me.
Because I saw those text messages from her, and I told her to stop texting.
And that's okay.
And I told her to stop texting the guy. And we talked about it. I said, okay, I'll give you another chance. That's cool. I'll give you another chance. That's all right.
That's all it was.
And when she told me, okay, she actually cried in front of me. And I told her, like, yo, that hurt my feelings. Like, why would you do that? I ain't give you no reason to cheat. I paid all the bills. I do what I was supposed to do. What you cheating for? And the fact that
So wait a minute. I have not heard that she cheated. Did she confess to you that she cheated?
No, she didn't confess to me.
Because I didn't cheat. Like,
this is off the text messages that I saw, and I saw text messages of her actually inviting another man over.
Ms. Daniels, why were you inviting
People
men over to your family home? Why were you doing that?
My daughter was there too, so I don't.
I just want to know what the dynamic of this relationship is.
I was at work.
So basically, I don't think that it's inappropriate to have a female friend or a guy friend, you know, for opposite sex.
We didn't talk about having no guy friends. I don't know no guy friends.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Excuse me. No husband is going to be interested in his wife having miscellaneous men up in his house.
But it's okay for him to go and have an affair.
Excuse me. I'm about to have the same conversation with your husband, Ms. Daniels. I'm going to turn right to your husband and say the same thing. Mr. Jefferson, it is unacceptable for you to be having any conversations, intimate or otherwise, with single women when you are married, period. If it's not work-related, you are not supposed to be hanging out with a bunch of single women. And I don't care about this, oh, you can have friends of opposite sex. Let me tell you something. You don't need to be hanging out with other single people unless they are your friends as couples. So if you have a man over your house, he need to know who your husband is. And your husband need to know him. That's just plain and simple. Because your husband is never going to accept that. Your wife is never going to accept you having a bunch of single women friends hanging all over you. It's never going to be acceptable to her. Now, unless you want to have that open kind of relationship that young people are doing right now, that's not going to be acceptable. So stop pretending to be married if all y'all doing are out here disrespecting and hurting each other. That is not cute, and it's not tit for tat. And because you do it, then I'm going to do it. And if I can have friends, you can have friends. That's an immature way of dealing with relationship. I'm sorry.
And I want to stop acting like that, but literally it's just like she's a liar and a thief. I see an email from her job saying that she stole $250 and she needed to bring it back.
You have until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning to return these funds. You stole them people money.
If you already came to that conclusion, there's no point in me saying anything because even if I do say something, it's already misconstrued.
That is an official way of saying, bring me my $250 or go directly to jail.
If you'd like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Missed a show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms and follow us on social media for exclusive content.
A liar and a thief.
A liar
I'm
and a
telling you,
thief.
that is a big accusation.
Exactly, because it's true. You know, I seen it with my own eyes. One day, okay, she was a receptionist at her job, right? She used to always come home and complain about, oh, this job this job that. I kid you not, about a week later, she quit.
So she just came home and said, I'm done with this job.
Yeah, but this what happened. Let me tell you what happened. We was sitting and we was watching a movie. We was watching TV. She popped up out of nowhere. Oh, I gotta go. I gotta run on my job real fast. And man, we chilling, like we cooling, like, you know, I'm thinking we just finna just watch our movie. So I go to the computer and I see an email from her job saying that she stole $250 and she needed to bring it back. So I'm just like...
Wait a minute, that night?
What?
That same day.
Oh.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, and I submitted the emails to you for your reference.
Oh, no. Hi, Courtney. You posted a cash payment of $250 on a patient. I am unable to locate the money. You have until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning to return these funds. Failure to do so will result in the authorities being notified. That is an official way of saying, do not pass go, bring me my $250, or go directly to jail.
It's over, you know?
Yeah.
And,
That's what that says,
and
right?
Your Honor, the funny thing is, man, she ain't even knew I knew this to this day. She thinks she got away with it and just quit the job. No, I just held it in and I was just like, all right, cool. If that's what you want to do, then okay. But I feel like as your husband, why you ain't come and just tell me that's what happened, bro? Like, I never, ever get on her for nothing that she does. I always let her slide. Like, yo, it's cool. Like, I don't want no problems with you. If
I
you wanna
don't
quit
know
your job,
what
okay.
you all have done in the past, but Ms. Daniels, I can look you in the face and say you a liar. You stole them people money. That's called Exhibit A.
Well, then I feel like if you already came to that conclusion, there's no point in me saying anything because even if I do say something, it's like it's already misconstrued. That's not what
Did I not read the letter?
You did read the letter.
All I know is I read an email where the company said there's missing money, and you had until 9 a.m. the next day to get the money back.
But let me tell you something else, Your Honor.
There's more?
There's more. There's always more with her.
Don't do that.
There's
because,
always
like,
more. There's always more with her. There's always more with her.
No, he's been trying to create this narrative that I'm this horrible person.
The email that
and
said-
that's frustrating because at the end of the day, I've always been here to support him, to love him.
He doesn't trust you.
That's fine, and I don't trust him. So
Is there a reason other than what I have seen that you don't trust her?
Yes, absolutely. And I will tell you why she's a thief as well, because there was a time where one of her family members had got incarcerated for something, and when that happened, we were supposed to bring the bond money so we can get him out.
Okay.
And that money was gathered by some of her friends and family.
Yeah, well, that's how people do. They do try to put the money together at least.
For sure.
And folks, you go to your auntie, you go to your uncle, you go to somebody that, was the band teacher or whatever.
Exactly.
That'll help.
And the bond was $5,000, right?
Okay.
So they gathered $5,000. I'm like, okay, cool. We got the money. And when we got there, she was supposed to put on the sheet, like, okay, once the inmate get out, who does the bond money go to?
Correct.
So who name you think she put? With her being a liar and a thief, who name you think she put, Your Honor? She put her name. She put her name down, so the $5,000 came back to her.
Oh.
Are you saying that the whole $5,000 went back to her and she did not distribute that money back to the people
She
who had
did
gathered it?
no. They don't know where that money is. They have no idea.
Okay, well, can I?
Now
talk
you can.
Thank you.
Yeah, you may.
So
Excuse me.
basically, what the situation happened was my family member did get incarcerated. They had a whole situation, and so I did collect the money from all my family and friends. I drove 8 hours from Chicago.
Of course.
Keep in mind, I didn't get any gas money. I didn't get anything. I'm not saying that's the reason why I would do something like that, because that's not in my character. I'm not the type of person that's going around stealing from
What
people.
happened to the $5,000, ma'am?
We both spent it.
I don't know
because
if I
when
know.
no.
I don't know if I know.
See, and that's the thing that upsets me about Mr. Jefferson. It's always, hey, pointing the finger, but never take accountability, never say, hey, you know, I played a part in something as well. Me, I can admit if I did something wrong. Yeah, I'm not perfect. I may have done things to affect people, but at the end of the day, I always try to have a good intentions and a pure heart. With that situation with my family member, it was some things that was going on behind the scenes that happened to make me do that. So in my defense, in my case, yes, I did do that. Now, am I the type of person that just go around stealing people's stuff and do it? No, I'm not that type of person. And if I was, I'm pretty sure he would have been divorced me a long time ago.
Well,
So I
that
don't
brings
wanna
me to the whole issue of divorce. Mr. Jefferson, you're here in court today because you say your wife is nothing but a cheater, a liar, and a thief, and you do not trust her?
Yes, correct.
That's
Yes,
what
Your
you
Honor.
said when you walked into the courtroom.
Yes, Your
Has
Honor.
your opinion changed since we've been here?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Daniels, you said you were here to save your marriage, but you were at a crossroads because you didn't really know. Honestly, I don't see any trust or love between you. Mr. Jefferson, you don't trust your wife as far as you can see her.
Correct.
Ms. Daniels, you say that your husband is passive-aggressive and is deflecting and putting everything on you. I don't know if that's true, and I don't know if you can trust her. All I know is there's no reason for the two of you to be together if you don't trust each other and you don't love each other. There's no reason. It's a waste. Ms. Daniels, do you want this marriage or not?
I don't, no. He already pretty much made it clear that I'm a liar. He threw a lot of accusations towards me that I wasn't expecting. So I'd rather just, you know, keep it amicable and call it
True
a day.
hurt.
Mr. Jefferson, Ms. Daniels says she doesn't want the marriage.
Right.
There
He
you go.
already
Well, we
said
got the
that,
papers
so,
right here,
yeah.
baby girl. You know, whenever you're ready.
You know what, Robert? Let me see the papers. Because I really want to see if you young people are willing to put your money where your mouth is. I really would love to know, are you ready to say, I'm done? Mr. Jefferson, would you like me to serve these papers?
Yeah, Your Honor, please.
Ms. Daniels, you've been
Thank you.
served.
Okay.
Now it's in your hands. You're the one that said you didn't want your marriage anymore.
Yep.
Will you please return the papers
Sure.
to Mr. Jefferson?
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Jefferson, you can begin your divorce petition at any time now. Ms. Daniels, I'm sorry when I see the demise of a marriage, but I am not convinced that this marriage was one founded in trust and love from the beginning. I don't know what you both expected, but I don't think you put the work in that was necessary to make a marriage work. It disappoints me beyond belief because you put an innocent child in the middle of all this. Now y'all have no choice but to figure out how to co-parent. Because at the end of the day, no matter who you end up with, that little girl deserves a mother and a father. The demise of a marriage is never an easy thing,
No.
but I don't even know what kind of marriage these two people ever had.
Either she's the best liar ever seen or heard, or he made the master plan at divorce court to make her look like the bad guy to divorce her.
And to bring all the evidence necessary to make the judge believe that she is a liar, a cheater, and a thief.
That's a master plan. I don't know if that really is the case, though.
Or she might just be a liar, a cheater, and a thief.
Made in Georgia.